But we're here now, so thank you for joining us on our streaming safari. As always, we want to say thank you to anyone who's donated money to us. We are still following all of our procedures, as you guys probably heard. All of Nevada, we're wearing face masks now. We're used to it, right, Megan? Yeah, we're pretty used to it. We've been wearing face masks for a while now. We are open though, so if you guys are able to come out and see us, please do come out and see us. Or if you're not, we understand that too. Anybody who is able to donate any money, we really do appreciate it. If you aren't, you can always share our posts because we are asking everyone to also add us on their Amazon Smile. It's just an easy way. If you add us to your Amazon Smile donation list, they give us a little bit of something every time you purchase something. So all those little bits add up. So we're just asking you to share that with your friends and family so that we can have some more people on our Amazon Smile. So thank you guys all for your donations. And without any further ado, we're talking poop today. So Megan's really excited. Excited to talk about poop. I love poop. So as zookeepers, it's funny, we decided to do this one because the other day we were literally just sitting around talking about poop. So it's something we do, it's a fun part of our job because poop is really important to us. It helps us monitor the animal's health. So when we go around, first let's, maybe you want to tell us a little bit about our morning routine and how we clean the yards and stuff.
Yeah, so we go around every day and we clean all of the enclosures here. So the lions, we bring them into their lockouts and feed them their breakfast. And they're secure in their lockouts, and you can go in their enclosures and clean. We do the same thing with Ozzy the giraffe. We take him and then we clean outside his yard and in his barn. And the birds are actually able to go inside the cages with the birds and clean their cages every day. And yeah, a big part of what we do is we're picking up their poop when we clean their enclosures. So it's something that we see every day, and we're always looking for that every day.
So why is it important that we even look at their poop? I mean, we pick it up every day, obviously. It's important to keep it clean, keep all the yards clean so that they're not obviously living in their own poop. But why is it important to actually look at it? What are we looking for?
So basically the poop is kind of the first thing that we might see to give us a hint that something might not be quite right with the animal. So if their poop is a little funny, that can give us an indicator that maybe they're not feeling super well, something in their digestive tract isn't going very well. Or if they don't poop, for example, that can also start telling us things as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just one of the easiest ways, especially with these guys. So with the birds, because they are a prey animal, so same thing with Ozzy as well. They don't want to show any signs of, Ozzy is our giraffe, for anyone who's not familiar. They don't want to show any signs of weakness because they are prey animals. So they hide their sicknesses pretty well. So an easy way for us to tell if there's something wrong, even when they're acting normal, is by what their poop looks like. So these guys are pretty interesting. You want to talk about a little bit about parrot poop and the different things we're looking for in there?
Mm-hmm. So parrots' system is set up a little differently than mammal system. So all of their
waste,
yes, comes out of the same place. So when they poop, it's basically everything together. Yes.
What is that called?
It's called a cloaca.
There you go.
So when their waste comes out, we're looking for feces, urine, and urates. So there's actually 3 distinct parts of parrot poop that we're looking for to make sure that they look healthy and everything's looking the right color and all of that. But we definitely don't want our parrot poop to look like our lion poop or vice versa. So what are we looking for when we're looking at our lions, for instance?
So lion poop is a little bit more on the soft side, so it kind of comes out as one big sort of clump, I guess.
A lot more like dog poop. So if you're looking for more solid, it can't be too hard. We don't want it to be too runny either. So that's just an easy way for us to monitor their health. So.
And it looks like Keeper Kylie's tuning in from home.
Hi, Kylie. I try to tune in, but I gotta be honest, on my day off, when I'm trying to watch Kylie, I miss it a lot. I'm always like, oh, I missed it. I was busy doing other stuff, and it's like an hour too late when I get to watch you guys afterwards. is we did recommend you guys have index cards. If you don't have index cards or scissors, because I forgot my scissors right now, you can do what I'm doing and kind of just tear your paper into even card-sized pieces. And we're gonna make a card game. It's kind of like a matching game, kind of like Go Fish almost.
Like your parrot feet?
Yes, kind of like our parrot feet. If you guys checked in with our parrot feet craft, this one's a little bit different. And it works a little bit better if you have 3 or more friends, but it'll work just as well with 2. It's just me and Megan. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna draw some poop. All right, so I chose animals we have here. You guys can choose what other animals you want. So these are my example cards. We have a tortoise. We have a mouse. We don't have mice here, besides the little ground squirrels that run around that are really ours. Giraffe. Parrot. And there's 2 more. Missing 2. Lion. I'm out of room and I'm going to get a wet with Ringo's water. And bear.
I don't know if you guys noticed that Keeper Kylie and Keeper Caitlin have specific crafts they each like to do. Caitlin likes the memory games, whereas Keeper Kylie likes to do a little bit more of the artsy crafts.
Artsy stuff. Honestly, I really like the artsy stuff. It's one of my favorites, but I feel like I try to give you guys a little bit of variety, and since Kylie really likes to do the artsy craftsy ones, I try to do a little bit more activity-based ones. So, that's not a parrot, this is a parrot. That's a giraffe, and that's a mouse. All right, so I made 24 cards when I made mine. You can make however many you want. The more players you have, the more cards you're gonna want, but you definitely want enough of the same matchups. So when I did it, I made 6 animals with their poop, and then I just doubled that. So I'm gonna show you how I drew my animals, so you guys can follow along if you're making them right now, and then we'll play the game afterwards. So we'll start with our tortoise, because that's an easy one. So your tortoise looks kind of like just a half circle with a flat line and then some little squares for his feet. Try to make our tortoise as easy as possible. Give him a little tail and a little head with an eyeball and a little mouth. So there's my tortoise. I'm going to write on it tortoise just in case someone doesn't know that my tortoise is a tortoise, because sometimes people can't tell. You know, my art gets a little abstract like Aussie and then you don't know what it is. I'm gonna name this one Spike.
And then Kylie said, to be fair, guys, I did want to do the poop game, but Caitlin came up with it, so we share.
That's true. We do share, and we did fight over who got to do poop. She is right. And Megan's really excited that she got to be here for poop day, so. So my little mouse is just gonna be a little circle, and then a little circle for his ear, a little triangle for his nose. I'm gonna give him some little feet, and a tail. Alright, mouse, M-O-U-S-E. We don't have any mice, so that mouse doesn't get any. You have a name for a mouse? No.
Edgar.
Edgar?
Mm-hmm.
That's Edgar.
I think that's the name of the mouse in Aristocats.
I think you're right. It is. Alright, so Denise is our Disney expert, so she knows all those Disney things. Okay, giraffes are a little bit harder, so I'm going to try to draw this giraffe a little bit simple. You know, you guys might be able to do a better giraffe than me.
Oh no, it was actually the butler. The butler's Edgar.
The butler's Edgar. What's
Sorry.
his name? Brutus or?
No.
I don't know. He needs a long neck.
Megan's gonna look it up really quick.
And 4 legs and a tail. It's not the best giraffe, but you know, it's fine. Obviously, my giraffe's name is Ozzy.
Yeah, because when they get, after the kittens are kidnapped and they come back, they get really excited to see Edgar, and they should not be excited to see Edgar.
You're right. Okay, we need a parrot. So
No,
parrots.
it's not Gus Gus, is it?
It's a Roquefort.
Oh, Roquefort.
okay.
Yeah, Roquefort.
Gus is from Cinderella.
Yeah, Gus Gus is.
Geez, Kylie.
Alright, so my parents got feet. He's on a branch here, like Ringo is on the chair. What are you doing, Ringo? Oh, grooming. So Ringo has a lot of pin feathers right now. He's got a lot of feathers growing in. Yeah. They grow in kind of like in a casing, and then, ooh, this parrot's not as cute as the last parrot I did. And then their feathers come out and are brand new feathers. Question.
What is the casing for the pin feathers on parrots made of?
So I believe it's kind of like keratin.
Yes.
Yeah, just like our fingernails. So if you see that, there's his pin feather, and that outside part just comes off and lets the inside feather out. So now you can see the end of his feather is kind of sticking out of there. And normally they groom each other. So Ringo can't reach the back of his head though, so he lets me groom him because he's sweet like that. But he has kind of got a lot of pins. I like to call him a little pin or porcupine. Huh? Are we porcupine right now? Oh, we got a right parrot. Parrot. And we'll name this one Ringo because he's joining us today. All right, we need a lion. Lions need ears and a nose, a mouth. And apparently my lion's kind of sleepy.
And if you guys need a model for a lion, we're actually going to go say hi to one of our female lionesses over here. She's just hanging out under the shade. That's Chili. Pepper may be in her den box with her air conditioning unit. Sometimes they like to hang out in the shade. Sometimes they like to hang out in the air conditioning. It depends on the temperature, overcast, sunny, whatever it may be outside.
I made a boy lion so you could tell he was a lion. I gave him a name. So I didn't name him Chili. I named my lion Benny. I'm doing a bear now. So we don't have any bears here, but I ran out of animals to use because we're not a very large facility, so we have quite a few lions, but we don't have a bunch of different animals, so I chose bear as one of mine. If you are using different animals, you're going to have to look up the poop from your different animals. I don't know what happened to a bear, but he's really short. No, there's his foot. Alright. He's a bear. Alright, so they don't have any over here. Alright, so then you're going to want to dry your poop. So, tortoise poop is really easy. So tortoise poop kind of comes out because they eat a lot of like grasses and veggies and stuff. Kind of comes out in one big log. Kind of like that.
Ringo, you're such a good supervisor.
He is. And I'm going to write tortoise just in case you forget which poop belongs to which animal. You have the name on there. Mouse poop. Mouse poop is easy because it's a bunch of little tiny mouse, little tiny poops.
Do you want to talk about your field trip and the giraffe and their waist and the size compared to the giraffe?
Yes, so giraffes are really fun, so that's what I'm drawing next. So giraffes are cool because they are so huge, right? Ozzy can get up to 20 feet tall when he's full grown. We don't think he's going to get quite that tall because he's almost full grown. But some giraffes can get that tall. And giraffe poop is very small compared to how big the animal is. So giraffes are so large, but their poop comes out in little pellets, like just about that big. And they're pretty round, but at the end they kind of pinch off usually a little bit, so they're kind of almost egg-shaped. But they're very small compared to the giraffe. He just poops a lot of them. So usually when we're looking for Ozzy's health and we're looking at giraffe poop, we want to make sure that his poop's coming out and he's kind of got a pile where it ends up together. It's not too dry where it's all running all over the place, so we have it everywhere, but it's also not too clumped together. Yes, question.
Keeper Kylie wanted to mention, fun fact, zoos have charts of poop for different species. They're called scoring charts, or fecal scoring charts, if you will. We can compare them to the numbers on the chart to see what might be an issue, because a lot of zoos like to collaborate with one another, and they can compile information.
Ah, perfect. That's exactly what I was just going to say, Kylie. So, we actually have some especially for giraffes. We have one specifically for Ozzy, and that way we can check that out, and we can all share that information and talk to each other in case, from other zoos and other experiences of what's going on. Also, fun fact, I just had somebody tell me that out at the Springs Preserve, I want to say, they have a fun dial thing where you can match up the animal with the poop with a big wheel that you can spin. So that is pretty fun. We are almost done here. So, our lion poop looks a lot like dog poop. So if you have any dogs at home, I'm sure you know what lion poop looks like. It's very similar, just a little bit bigger, usually. And then last but not least is our bear poop. So bear poop is pretty large. It usually comes out kind of flat looking.
Similar to a tortoise, you would say?
Kind of similar to a tortoise. A lot darker, I believe, usually. And I'm not a bear keeper, though, to be honest, so I haven't seen a lot of bear poop. Only I lived in Alaska for a while. I saw some bear poop out there. Did you ever see bear poop, Denise?
I did not. I saw lots of mooses.
Moose, yeah, awesome. All right, so now that we have our cards, we can play our game. So, the way this goes is this is a little bit less like a matching game and more like a, round-based game, like Go Fish or Uno or one of those. So I'm going to mix up the cards though, so Megan doesn't cheat.
Oh, so it's a little bit different than your memory game?
It's a little bit different than the memory game. So we try to do something a little bit different so you guys don't have the same thing. I'm just going to shuffle my cards. There are 24 of them. So 24 I played at home because my lovely people who live at my house are kind enough to help me test run these games for you guys. And we played with 3 people. And 24 cards seemed pretty good. Again, you can do any number as long as you have the same number of poop as you do animals. So you got to match up your poop and your animals. So what we're going to do is let's play the first to get 2 matches. You start with 1 card, so we each only get 1 card, and I start with the pile right here. And then you can look at your card.
So we're going to cheat. We're going to go to both sides. So we'll know what they have, but they don't know what they have.
All right, and then we're looking to match the animal to the poop. The first one with 2 matches wins. So I pick up my card and look at it and decide whether I want it. If I don't want it, I pass it to Megan. That's why this is called Pass the Poop. If we had a circle, if Denise was able to play with us, if she didn't have the camera, she would sit there and then she'd get the card after Megan. So you just keep going around in a circle. And if I don't have 2 matches, I'll pick up Megan's circle if I need it.
Keeper Kylie says she feels so sneaky.
Oh, I got 1 match, so I'm winning now. You have to beat me. Oh!
Game over. Caitlin set it up.
I win. All right, but that's why it was better to play with more than 2 people because the first person to go really has the advantage because they get the pile first. Did you want to try and go first, Megan? We'll do it one more time.
Megan sounds very excited.
Megan wants to win.
Yeah, I'm a very sore loser, so.
All right.
Don't fall off the chair, Ringo.
Come on, the chair. You gonna help me? All right, Debbie. Good luck. Ready? This is our card bingo.
Look at that.
Oh. You're so helpful. Now see, when I play, I keep the same card because I don't want to miss. Well, I don't want to miss something. But my fiance, when he played with me yesterday, she kept switching out cards. So you can play however you want. If you want to keep a card, you don't have to keep your original card. You can switch them out as long as you only have 1 card in your hand all the time. And I remember what I was looking for that way.
And Keeper Kylie said parent advisory. Ringo was good luck. This game will honestly keep the kids engaged for a while. Have them draw the cards, and they will be super excited to look up poop and play.
Yeah, for sure. Who doesn't want to play with poop, right? if you like playing with poop, zookeeping could be the career for you. Because let me tell you, we make a moment. Alright, so thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed our game. If you want to make your own cards, share with us in the comments, because I always like to see you guys' artwork. And thank you again for anyone who has donated. We are still limited capacity here because we're following all of those guidelines, so we don't have a ton of people out at one time. So we are still missing those admissions and sales and things that we have normally. If you guys do come out, we thank you for that as well, because we appreciate all of those and all of your donations, and thank you for adding us on Amazon Smile. And thanks for tuning in. And haha, Kylie, I got to do the poop one, so I'll tune in for yours though next time.
Sure.
Sure. I'll try to remember.